Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be what the narcissist saw in you. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please subscribe. So I'll jump right into it. What the narcissist saw in you when they first met you and throughout the body of the relationship, even post-relationship, what they saw was an individual who would be an opportunity to make them feel better, to make them look better, to do things for them, the whole time not understanding who they actually were. So let's zoom in to the beginning of the relationship. Most likely you were living life, doing yourself, in other words, thriving, maybe graduating university, traveling, striking up relationships here, there, everywhere, living life. Maybe you had rose-tinted glasses on, who knows? But the point is, you're an abundant person, and the narcissist saw this in you. And very quickly, when they first met you, they realized, wow, this person, which is you, they have a lot going for them, and they have so much going for them that they don't even know what they have going for them, because perhaps you are an empath, or perhaps you are a kind, loving individual without boundaries, and maybe you were even a people pleaser, who knows? But the point is, the narcissist did their reconnaissance on you quickly in the relationship. They perhaps maybe met you for lunch or took you somewhere, had some meetings with you, and maybe you spent some time together. Maybe it was a business relationship, romantic, who knows, friendship. Maybe you met them in an organization or a community that you were a part of. Perhaps you still are a part of it. Point being is they figured out exactly what you had to offer. Your social circle, your status, your network of friends, your bank account, your dreams, your hopes, your aspirations, your goals, what you wanted to accomplish on this planet called Earth. Did you want to have children? Did you want to get married? Would you give to a fault? Would you bail them out of financial difficulty, even though they perhaps didn't even have any, but they claimed they did? Would you be there for them as a sounding board? Would you be somebody for whom they could slowly, insidiously, basically try to steal your soul from you throughout the body of the relationship? Yeah, little difficult words, but that's what they try to do. Would you be an individual who would give to a fault and be there for them, even though they were doing certain things to you that you did not even know existed, i.e. triangulation, or gaslighting, or stonewalling, or blame shifting, or giving the silent treatment? Keep in mind, the narcissist is a master manipulator. And when they first met you, they really did their homework on you, because I will tell you right now, they did not just meet you. They met multiple people at and or around the same time they met you. And what were they doing? They were looking for that next individual to be a main source of supply, or maybe even to get married. And they vetted many people. You may think it was just you. I'll tell you right now, it wasn't just you. Remember, the narcissist needs multiple sources of supply. You are nothing but a bit actor in their pea-brain Bollywood movie. Understand the message. It doesn't matter if you have a ring on your finger or not. A wedding ring to the narcissist is nothing more than a license to abuse. That's exactly what it is. And many times the narcissist, when they have you nailed down, i.e. a wedding ring, or you moved in with them, or you went into business with them, or loaned them money, things like that, they know they have you. Now, you didn't know that because you did not know that narcissism was prevalent. You did not know that individuals could be so uncaring. You did not know that individuals, i.e. the narcissist, sincerely only care about one person, which is themselves. You're now getting the wisdom on my channel. You are sharing your experiences with the community. You are becoming awakened and aware, educated and empowered to prevent and or keep the narcissistic individuals away from you. But back then you didn't know that. You did not know what was going on. You just were going through life swimmingly. Now, once you spent time with the narcissist, and let's say you befriended them, and say that turned into a romantic interest, or you went into business with them, whatever you did, maybe you moved in with them. All these things, once that happened, they began to slowly consume your energy. And that's one of the things the narcissist saw in you. Remember, they were looking for an energy source. They were looking for an individual to extract their beautiful abundance and all of the positive energy that they had, which was you, and it still is you, into themselves. And they were looking for a dumping ground for all of their toxicity, for all their negativity, for all of their low vibrational sensations. And when they did that, again, there is an energy transfer. You get their negativity, they get your positivity. That's why many times when you are communicating with the narcissist, what happens is you find yourself drained. you find yourself feeling anxious and or experiencing anxiety. And what do you do also? You figure out, wow, something is wrong here, but every time I communicate with this individual, I can't really be myself. I can't voice my opinion. I can't say what is important to me. I can't speak my mind. And the reason why that is because the narcissist has thwarted you, if you will. They're silencing you. They don't want to hear what you have to say. They don't want to hear any longer about your hopes, dreams, or aspirations. Now, everything that you shared with them in the beginning of the relationship will be weaponized against you. Remember, in the beginning of the relationship, when you share information with them, they are taking mental notes, and their memory is like a steel trap, and they are going to weaponize everything that you shared with them against you at a later date. That's why when they know they have you, you then enter the devaluation stage, or the narcissistic fog, as I like to call it. That's where you cannot get back to that euphoric stage, the beginning stage, when everything you thought was puppies and rainbows. It wasn't. It was a master manipulator at work trying to ensnare you in their web of lies. Now, having said that, the narcissist, the longer the relationship goes on and the longer you are in the devaluation stage, the less they pay attention to you. The less they pay attention to you, the more you work to become an individual who is paid attention to. So that's when you find yourself going even more above and beyond the call of duty, being more there for the narcissist, paying more of their bills, being more of a sounding board for them, putting your life on hold and living the narcissist's life. The whole time, example, let's say that in the beginning, before you met the narcissist, say you had a schedule. You worked 5 days a week, and weekends you went biking and mountain climbing and swimming. Well, now you met the narcissist, you moved in, maybe there's a wedding ring on the finger, and now 5 days a week, that's not gonna cut it. What's gonna cut it is now 7 days a week, you're gonna be doing what they want, when they want, with whom they want. Yes, most likely you still had your job, but I can assure you, you weren't functioning as highly as you were before you met the narcissist, because their energy was taken away from your performance. Yes, I'm certain that happened. On top of that though, when you came out of work, what would happen? You would find yourself texting the narcissist. I'm out of work, what should we do? Do we need this? Should we go here? What do you want to do? And the more you did that, the more you were reporting back to them, the more they gobbled it up and controlled you. So they would turn the answers on and off like a water faucet. Sometimes they would answer you and give you fake adoration. Yes, I think we should go here for dinner. That sounds great. And you're like, wow, this is great. Like my partner, my spouse is back. All right, let's have a great night tonight. And then as soon as you would prepare for the plans, boom, you would experience a rage fit before you went out to dinner. And here you go again. The cycle continues. But this is exactly all on purpose. For those of you who don't believe that the narcissist knows what they're doing, think about it. Think about how callously they discarded you, perhaps. Think about how they treated complete strangers better than you when you were in the relationship with them. Think about how they triangulated you with other individuals when you did not even know what triangulation was. And again, that's my least favorite thing these creatures do. But triangulation is when they are throwing a third party into the relationship with you and the narcissist, meaning that person, first of all, they may or may not exist, but second of all, that person is fawning on the narcissist. As an example, give them compliments, or maybe sending them flowers, or saying that they look nice, or whatever they're doing. But the point is, the narcissist then plants this seed in your mind, and now you have to work harder to compete with a third party, which again may or may not exist. It's triangulation. I did videos on that. It is absolutely disgusting. But the point is, when you were in the relationship with the individual, i.e. the narcissist, you were working for them. You were thinking you were headed in the same direction as them. Nothing could have been further from the truth. The narcissist was just stringing you along. They were just playing house, if you will, or playing along with the relationship, because eventually they knew that that relationship was going to crash. They knew eventually they would take the mask off their face. They would unsuperglue it and smash it to the ground when your replacement was lined up, or when your resources had become defunct. In other words, you no longer had your health. Maybe your status took a huge hit, which it did, because I can assure you the narcissist drove wedges between you and virtually anybody that mattered to you. If they didn't drive a wedge, they tried to plant seeds of doubt that people really didn't care about you, and they just tolerate you, or they just put up with you. On top of that, your job was you probably weren't doing well at your job. Like I said, your finances took a hit, your health took a hit. You felt isolated in your own house. And remember, some of the most alone days of your existence would be when you would be sitting right next to the narcissist. Think about it. Now, you didn't know that. You knew that something was wrong and that you weren't being listened to, but you didn't realize that the person that you were sitting next to was a narcissist, somebody who was trying to steal your energy. And when you two would be sitting on the couch, let's say watching Netflix, and then the narcissist would whip out one of their 3 smartphones after maybe the introduction to the Netflix movie. Well, then number one, what did they do there? Well, number one, they're telling you, watch Netflix by yourself. I'll sit here and I'll look for your replacement, or I'll certainly search the globe for more sources of supply, or figure out what I want to do next without you. In other words, what other trips I want to go on around the globe, gallivanting the globe, if you will, while you're stuck here watching a Netflix movie. That's just a small example, but this is what they do. And if you were to call them out using that example, saying, hey, what's going on? I thought we were watching a movie. They would say famous words like this. Oh, don't worry about it. You just keep watching it. I'll be back. I'm just going to go downstairs for something. And the next thing you know, an hour goes by, the Netflix movie's almost over. You ended up spending the time by yourself. The narcissist was downstairs on their smartphones getting supply, or making plans, or maybe instilling the smear campaign against you. Who knows what they're doing, but they weren't spending time with you. And then you're like, wait a minute, the night's halfway over. What's going on? Like, we weren't even spending time. Exactly. That was on purpose. That's why all these narcissistic relationships are toxic. And once you finally see behind the veil or the mask, you understand that you were trapped in that relationship. You didn't know what was going on. You kept working for the relationship, but you couldn't figure it out because you didn't know what narcissism was. You weren't taught it in school. You finally found that needle in a haystack and landed on my channel. Now you're getting light bulb moments. You're getting the wisdom. But this was all on purpose by the narcissist. So what the narcissist saw in you, they saw an opportunity to extract resources from you. They saw an opportunity to brainwash you into you thinking that they are better than you. They saw a person who they could mold like putty in their hands and completely have you not believing in yourself, completely having you give to a fault to the narcissist and or to any other part of their extended family that they wanted you to give to. They saw a person who would give, again, to the detriment of themselves. In other words, they would pump up this other individual, i.e. the narcissist, to the detriment of themselves. They saw an individual who would be willing to accomplish the endless to-do list every day. Remember, weekends, i.e. Saturdays and Sundays, where you're from, probably they're meant to be they're meant to be enjoyed, and you can rest and relax, maybe do some household jobs or whatever, or spend time with family or acquaintances. I get it, but they're meant to recharge your battery usually, maybe not always. I get it. But no, that's when the narcissist would be in full game mode, waking up super early and going to bed as late as possible, the whole time having you accomplish things. Maybe it was gardening, maybe it was bookkeeping, maybe it was house improvements, maybe it was going to multiple stores looking for that one spoon that not any store had. You had to go to 17 different stores to find that one spoon that you'll never use, but it will be stuck in the back of a bottom drawer collecting dust. See, the narcissist needs disruption. They need someone to participate in the chaos and confusion with them. They needed someone to manipulate. So what the narcissist saw in you was all of the above. They saw somebody who did not have the wisdom on the narcissistic abusive cycle. They saw somebody who they believed would never figure out that they were a narcissist. They saw somebody who would continue to pine for them, i.e. the narcissist. They saw someone who would become a shell of themselves because of the energy transference, like I shared with you before. Someone who would tolerate the toxicity, put up with all the poor behavior, and yet continue to come back the next day for more and more abuse because you didn't know what was going on. You thought you were in a stable relationship. You thought that you could grow and become old together. None of that is ever possible because the narcissist knows that that relationship has an expiration date, and they're watching you, your resources become depleted. Once you finally put up a boundary, or you finally get a little notion that something's wrong in the relationship and you say something to the narcissist, usually that's when they will discard you, or they will give you brushback, or maybe they'll give you a little mini euphoric / love bomb stage, a little ray of sunshine, if you will, a little ray of fake affection. Why are they doing that? I'll tell you why. To get your scent off the trail, number one. But number two, now they're really wise. They're figuring out that you're really wising up. So now they really need to get your replacement in line so they can ultimately discard you and cause the most damage possible to you and to virtually your existence. That's what they want to do. That's why when the narcissist discards individuals, and if you were discarded, my heart goes out to you, what they do is they want to inflict the most damage. They usually do this around one of your favorite holidays, or a birthday, or a special event like the birth of a child, or the passing of a loved one, or when you just got a new promotion, or when you just came back from celebration or a graduation or something like that. That's when they will do it, because the narcissist, they want to make sure that that period of time is ruined for you. That's why, again, with your hobbies, think about this. What the narcissist saw in you also was an individual that they could take their hobbies away from. Again, remember, as I mentioned earlier, let's say some of your hobbies were reading, were dancing, and were playing bingo. Example, okay, well, you went and took the narcissist to bingo with you, and they were there, they met a bunch of your friends, and then eventually you didn't go to bingo, and now they know your friends, they've glommed onto them, then they've instilled the smear campaign, and you can't go to bingo anymore. That's number one. Reading books, yes, you would be able to read books before you met the narcissist, but when you were with them, they didn't want you just being at peace. They didn't want you reading. There was no time to read. So perhaps you put your books down for a period of time, which was a lot of your time with the relationship with the narcissist, because they need your attention on them. They don't want it on you educating yourself through books. And the third one was dancing. As an example, let's say that you like to dance and you danced frequently before you met the narcissist. Again, same example. You took the narcissist to your dance classes and your events. Everything was going great. The narcissist ingrained themselves in the dance community. Next thing you know, boom, you go to the dance class or the community and people aren't talking to you that much. What happens? The smear campaign's well underway. The narcissist has now befriended your friends and multiple other people that are now ingrained themselves in the community. You feel ostracized, that you don't have any support system anymore because it's blown up because of the smear campaign, and now you haven't danced in a long time. These are real life examples. These are things that individuals go through so frequently. Not just with that, it could be with anything. It could be with any hobby you want. But what did the narcissist see in you? They saw someone to take from, and they wanted to take, and when they were done taking, what did they want to do? They wanted to take more. That's exactly what the narcissist wants to do. They don't want to give. What they want to do is promise you A, B, and C and give you absolutely zero in return. They just want to give you hopes of possibilities that will never arrive. So guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon. Stay true, stay blessed, become awakened and aware. Understand you are the priority. You come first, second, and third. Continue to focus on yourself and believe that tomorrow and today will be better than the day before. It will. Continue to take footsteps headed in the same direction. Guys, no matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. Remember that. You are not alone. God bless you. I love you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right. Bye, guys.